John Kettles here for Superzilla. When you have a problem, you need Superzilla. And today we're going to talk about solving a door. This is my mom's garage door. She's 90 years old at the time. And she called me and said, Don, I can't get my door to go, it goes up part way and it stops. I can't get it to go up or down now. So I came out here and I tried to pick up this door and I couldn't move this door. I literally could not move the door. So what I did is I went and I put Superzilla on every moving bearing and every moving hinge on this door. And when I got done, this door would move like that. But before it wouldn't move at all. So we're going to walk you around. If you've got a garage door that squeaks or it's not running right, we're going to make it work with Superzilla. The place we want to lubricate is in the bearing that's right here. Now if you go to turn this and that whole wheel turns, that means the bearing's locked up. So this is kind of like a safety feature. So what you can do is we're going to lubricate the bearing. On this one the bearing is still turning, which is really good. So we just hit it right here with some Superzilla and it will creep all the way through that bearing, okay? Then, just as a safety precaution, we're going to squirt some Superzilla in here. Because it's kind of like a backup. So if the bearing ever gets locked up, now the entire shaft will turn. So your door will still move easily. And so now we can turn it, even turns easier than it did before. Superzilla will crawl all the way through the bearing. And so we're going to do this to every one of these on this door. We're going to squirt it here. And we're going to squirt it right in that bearing right there. Now, in addition, if you have a painted garage floor, always make sure that you either test it with Superzilla first or you wipe it off if it gets on your floor. Because on some paints, if it sits too long, it can actually remove the paint. So always just wipe it with a rag. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go do some hinges. Okay, now we're going to go and squirt Superzilla on every part that moves on this door, because sometimes these little hinges will squeak. So we're going to squirt some Superzilla here, and squirt some here. And we're going to, if it gets on the paint at all, because we haven't tested this paint, we're just going to wipe any excess off. And now we're going to keep going around the whole door doing every hinge. One of the problems on doors like this is these springs get rusty, and then that tends to make them break. So you want to make sure you lubricate these springs with Superzilla, because it will not only remove any rust that's showing up, but also it will keep them lubricated so they won't catch and tend to break and they'll last a lot longer. So you take Superzilla and you start at one end and you just start squirting. Now that will last a long time. Then what you do is wherever you have some excess, you just wipe it. Just wipe it dry. Just wipe it dry here. Wipe it dry here. Because we haven't tested the paint. Once it goes dry, it won't hurt anything. Now, you have a cable that comes up here, so you're going to squirt where the cable would roll on this roller here, and that will help lubricate the cable. Okay, now we're going to lubricate this cable. That'll help that cable last a lot longer. So you just, Superzilla will run down it, and it'll actually creep throughout the cable, and it'll actually protect it from the inside out. So whenever the cable moves, it's got a lubricant, because Superzilla, with this natural capillary action, has gone inside the cable. Okay, some doors have chains that you can lubricate with Superzilla. This one has a pipe that goes through it that runs it back and forth, and you want to lubricate this bearing right here and one on the other end. So you just take it and squirt a little bit of Superzilla on there, and in excess you just wipe, and now this door is fully lubricated. I just got to do the other bearing, we're done. We're going to squirt this bearing with Superzilla, and that's the last moving part on this door. Remember, when you have a problem, you need Superzilla. And when you use Superzilla, you can be a pro with anything. Remember, this door, when it wouldn't move, it wouldn't move an inch. It wouldn't move a quarter of an inch. But after we use Superzilla, all the hinges and all the bearings, it worked like new for 5 years. Nobody's touched this door in 5 years. If you want to learn more about Superzilla, go to our website, buysuperzilla.com, and you can learn all about the thousands of opportunities Superzilla will solve in your home.